right, we are back with another What's Trending segment. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, babe.
Did you miss me? I missed you guys. I don't feel convinced, but okay, whatever. All right, so our first What's Trending topic. This is going to be kind of hard to talk about, but let's talk about the FIBA World Cup. The Gilas stint, it wasn't the greatest, but how do you think the team did? How did our rookies do in their first FIBA Gilas stint?
Well, ni hao, Bea. I'm telling you right now, it was not a tournament to remember. Actually, no, it is a tournament to remember in the sense that we now know how not to prepare for tournaments that big. Obviously, there were a few bright spots in it. Everyone was going to mention Robert Polick and CJ Perez. But as
Even
well,
Junmar Fajardo.
And Junmar Fajardo also had his moments. But, you know, as well as we look at the bright spots, you know, we should not have put our best and brightest talent and our, you know, our players with the biggest potential on a stage wherein they were already on shaky ground to begin with the lack of preparation and all that. Carlo was there with them the entire duration and was in the same hotel as them, and
So it's my fault?
No, I'm just saying.
Is it Carlos' fault?
No, but he has more insight on how they were after each and every game.
I think what the back-breaking game was really that overtime loss to Angola, because if they somehow pulled through with a victory there, they would head on to the games against Tunisia and Iran with a lot more confidence, with a lot more belief in themselves.
And a bigger chance to
in
make
their
it to
system.
the Olympics.
Exactly. That was the entire point of trying to win the rest of the games, even after those two tough losses to Italy and Serbia. But as Paulo said, it's something that we will have to learn from as, you know, as a country, as a self-professed basketball crazy group of people that, you know, even the best talent in the PBA will have a hard time competing in the world level if you don't back them up with enough time to gel as a unit. But you know what? It was an adjustment on the part of everyone, not just for SBP, but for the PBA as well, because it was the first time that there was a home and away qualification process to go through with FIBA, and there are a lot of learnings that are to be collected, and so that we can move forward to 2023.
And 2023 will be here.
Yeah, and the most important learning may be that Carlo can no longer stay with the team in their hotel. Kasi siya yata yung malas in the end, but no.
Ikaw
Funny
pala yung
story.
malas.
Funny story. I went to Macau,
Yeah.
and San Miguel lost both games.
Oh, so really, it really
Now
is
we all
zero.
know. We
So,
all know now.
when Carlo is there, we have a problem.
We'll test it in the SEA Games.
Yeah, we'll test it in the SEA Games because there's no way.
Speaking of Macau,
Okay.
let's talk about the Terrific 12. Now, there were 3 PBA teams that joined this international stint, and that was Blackwater Elite, San Miguel Beermen, and the TNT Katropa. Now, San Miguel Beermen showed a terrific game
In the Terrific 12.
in the Terrific 12.
Ah, terrific.
See what I did there?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Well, you know, unfortunately, they lost against Yao Ning, and that was Dan Stephenson's team. What are your thoughts on how the team played against them? I mean, the score was 111 to 89. What do you guys think?
well, you know, San Miguel was going up against a team with a bona fide NBA player. Like, he could still be there had things fallen his way, and he is still very much an NBA caliber player, and to get over that would always be difficult for the team. Despite, you know, San Miguel having imports there, it's always going to be a rough thing to handle. Now, obviously, looking back at the result, they'd want to do better and probably approach the game in a different way, but hindsight's 2020, and I'm sure they still are very happy to have that experience under their belt.
Well, there were also players in San Miguel that didn't play in the Terrific 12, like Junmar Fajardo. What do you guys think about that? I
And
mean,
Marshall Lassiter
and
also
Marshall
did not
Lassiter.
play. Christian Sandhardinger sat out the last game, the battle for third. But for me, what's important for SMB and TNT and even Blackwater was having the experience of playing together as a team before they start their campaign in the Governor's Cup. And it worked out for TNT and SMB because so far, they've looked really good in their first couple of games. Our Pogoy was not supposed to see action, but he could not stay away from basketball, so he played for the TNT Katropa. KJ McDaniels knew his teammates a little bit better because of their stint in the Terrific 12. And I think it's something that PBA teams could consider moving forward as a part of their preparations. Of course, that is dependent, heavily dependent on what the PBA calendar would look like from here on out.
Okay.
Now, our next topic, let's talk about Coach Norman's dunk.
Oh.
Now, this was a trending topic on Twitter, and his son, Aaron Black, posted this, and he is 61 years old, and he can still dunk.
Well,
He still got it.
Yeah, he can get up there. I don't know. As a 21-year-old, I could not dunk. I'm approaching 30, 31. I probably will not be able to dunk. And so at 61, I'm afraid of my ability to walk after seeing this video.
What we should see, actually, what I would demand to see, Bea, is for Paulo Del Rosario to post a dunking video of his own father.
Carlo, you read my mind. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Look, if you can show me a video of him dunking in the PBA during his prime, we can probably make that happen. But since that is not the case, at least to my knowledge, that will not happen.
But you know what? It's just a testament to how well Coach Norman really takes care
yeah, that's
of
true.
himself
I
at this
agree.
age. He is fitter than a lot of people 1/3 his age.
Oh yes, that's very true.
Well, there's another player that is really happy about this stint that he's going to get. Chris Ross is finally in the Gilas SEA Games pool. And he's been very, very vocal about wanting to get that shot to play for Gilas, and he finally has it.
There were two people who spoke this into existence. Chris Ross said that he hopes to one day play for the Philippines. And Joe Devan said that he hopes to one day. No. It was a question. He said, am I allowed to coach Gilas? And right now, Chris Ross, as he said in that tweet that was tweeted last year, the only thing that he wanted to do is to play for the country and see what it feels like. Because, players who have experienced what it's like to play under the Gilas Pilipinas program will tell you that it is a different kind of joy representing your country, especially in a big international tournament.
Oh yeah, and having Chris Ross over there, someone who really pushed for it, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the appreciation in him the moment the national anthem starts playing, the moment he starts going out there wearing the Philippine colors. We may see a new version of Chris Ross that is more passionate than he already is for the San Miguel game.
We all know that he is a very explosive player in SMB, and I bet he's going to show a different kind of character when he comes to play for the Philippines. Now, our next trending topic is, like what you said, Coach
My guy.
JDV.
Coach Joe Devan.
It sounds weird.
Now, what are your thoughts on this? He's also part with Coach Tim Cohn,
Yeah.
John Wichico, and Jimmy Alapag. He's a leader in Ginebra.
Yeah.
So what could he offer to the team for SEA Games?
So I went up to Joe the game right after they announced. Right before they were going to announce the appointment that he will be an assistant coach. And I went up to him and I just said, "What's up, coach?" Then he laughed his head off. And I said, "I was surprised to find out that you're going to be assistant coach." And he said, "All honestly, so am I." But yeah, Coach Joe will be the guy to help teach the Ginebra system because he has been the longest tenure player of Coach Tim Cohn. He will be expected to teach all the players the ins and outs, the nuances of what is one of the more complicated systems in the PBA.
And of course, his presence will be sorely needed in the upcoming Southeast Asian Games dance-off. Is there a dance-off?
Well, you know what? If
No,
there
no.
isn't, there has to be one.
No dance-off in the Southeast Asian Games?
I think it's a demonstration event. So
No medals.
no medals yet. It won't be worth it.
Well, like what I said, remember we were talking earlier about having Carlo in our show to do that dance part. Maybe we can also get Coach Joe.
Oh, you didn't do the dance sport either. So you know
Well.
what? You have no right to talk about that.
Well, you guys, that is all we have for What's Trending. Thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you
Thank you
enjoyed.
for joining you.
Thank you for having us on our show.
All right, so that's all we have for What's Trending. Stick around because Shootaround will be right back.